What's up, champs? Welcome back to the channel. Let's jump straight into today's MMA news. Carlos Prates talked about what he wants next in the UFC and made it very clear that he's ready for anyone the promotion puts in front of him. He said he feels great and is prepared to take on Michael Morales, JDM, or whoever the matchmakers decide. Prates explained that his goal is always the same, to keep climbing and to eventually fight for the belt. But if he needs to take one more fight to earn that opportunity, he's more than willing to do it. He said he's aiming for Morales or JDM because those are big challenges that can push him further up the rankings. At the same time, he's not picky. If the UFC gives him a different name, he'll show up and handle business. Prates emphasized that he's here to fight, to keep proving himself, and to show the fans that he belongs among the elite. He's confident, motivated, and hungry for a breakout moment that can put him right into the title conversation. Whether it's a contender bout or a direct shot at the belt, Prates made it clear he's ready for whatever comes next. Before we continue, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Moving on to another news, Renato Moicano has officially responded to Dan Hooker's recent call-out, and he didn't hold back. During an interview with the Mac Life, Hooker called out Moicano, saying they should fight because they both suck. It was a typical Hooker-style jab delivered with a mix of honesty and humor. Now, Moicano has fired right back, surprisingly agreeing with Hooker that they're both old and both suck, but insisting that Hooker sucks way more. According to Moicano, Hooker has no power, no ground game, and no grappling skills, so when comparing skill sets, he's confident he holds the advantage. Moicano said he doesn't think Hooker deserves to be in the top 5 or even top 6. He admitted, "I suck, he sucks," but emphasized that Hooker is way worse. He added that Hooker has no knockout power, no wrestling, and no real ground threat. Moicano believes fans would love to see the fight tonight, but he doesn't think the UFC will make that matchup happen, even if the storyline would be entertaining. He acknowledged it would be a fun one for the fans, but doubts the promotion sees value in booking it. From there, Moicano shifted to the lightweight title picture, giving his take on who deserves the next shot at the belt. Even though he doesn't like Arman personally, he admitted that Arman is the rightful #1 contender right now. Moicano said he has nothing personal against him, but based on performances and resume, Arman should clearly be next. He pointed out that Arman's only losses in the UFC came against Gamrot in a close and grueling fight, and against Makhachev in his debut on short notice. Since then, Arman has put together a strong run that Moicano believes proves he's the top contender. Moicano then talked about how strange the lightweight rankings look at the moment, especially with Paddy Pimblett sitting at number 5. He said it doesn't make any sense for Paddy to be ranked that high, pointing out that Paddy's recent wins came over Tony Ferguson, who is far removed from his prime, and fighters like Bobby Green. Moicano insisted that those wins don't justify Paddy being anywhere near a title opportunity. He added that even Justin Gaethje, despite winning his last fight, shouldn't be ahead in the title conversation since he was knocked out by Max Holloway before that. Moicano made it clear that Arman is the only logical choice for the next title shot. He believes the UFC won't have any other viable option when looking at contender merit, recent performances, and divisional momentum. Moving on to another news, Carlos Prates revealed that he recently accepted an offer to compete in a grappling match against Arman, but the UFC stepped in and shut the whole thing down. Prates explained that he was close to taking part in an event scheduled for December 30th after a grappling promotion contacted him with the idea of facing Arman on the mats. He said he immediately agreed, excited for the challenge and ready to test himself in a pure grappling setting. However, once the UFC heard about it, they didn't approve the matchup and told him he couldn't participate. Prates said the decision wasn't in his hands, and although he was ready to go, the promotion didn't want him competing outside the octagon at that moment. He didn't seem upset, just matter of fact, acknowledging that sometimes the UFC steps in to control the timing and direction of a fighter's career. He added that he almost ended up competing in December, but things changed quickly once the UFC made their call. As for what's next, Prates said he doesn't want to fight in January because he wants to enjoy his New Year's celebrations without cutting weight or preparing for a bout. He's aiming to return after February, saying that a comeback around that time would be perfect and could even be fun. Moving on to another news, Dana White declined Carlos Prates' offer after Islam Makhachev defeated JDM by decision at UFC 322. Prates had hoped to step into the cage right after the fight to set up a face-off with the champion and build hype for a potential title bout. It was a bold move, something the UFC has done plenty of times in the past, usually to create a big moment and spark fan excitement. But this time, Dana wasn't interested, shutting the idea down almost immediately. According to Prates, he approached Dana with confidence, believing a face-off with Islam would be the perfect way to announce himself as a serious contender. He wanted that visual moment, that heated stare-down, something that would go viral and start the conversation about him stepping into a title fight. But Dana turned him down, saying it was the moment of the champion, and he didn't want to disturb Islam right after his win. Prates explained that Dana told him it wasn't the right time, insisting he didn't want to borrow or disturb the champion in a moment meant to celebrate his victory. Prates felt like the reasoning didn't fully add up, especially since the UFC has staged in-cage face-offs many times before, even in more chaotic or emotional moments. It's a familiar promotional tool, and fans usually love it, but this time, the idea was pushed aside. Prates believes the real reason Dana declined is because the UFC still isn't sure who will get the next title shot. The division is crowded, the contenders are stacked, and timing is everything. Prates said Dana didn't outright dismiss the possibility of him fighting for the title eventually, but made it clear that nothing is set yet. In Prates' view, Dana's hesitation wasn't about respecting Islam's moment, but more about keeping options open and not committing to a challenger too early. He said, let's see, because it's going to be like the moment of the champion. We don't want to borrow the champion or disturb the champion. Prates added that he believes the uncertainty around who gets the next title fight played a big role in Dana's decision. Despite the decline, Prates remains confident and determined, convinced his time is coming, now even if he didn't get the face-off he wanted. Moving on to another news. Conor and Khabib had a heated back and forth after Khabib's latest digital papaha launch went viral. Recently, Khabib revealed he was selling digital papahas, and the collection sold out extremely fast, earning him around $4.35 million. The drop included 29,000 digital papahas auctioned on Telegram, each going for an average price of roughly $150. Despite the success, Conor blasted Khabib online, accusing him of misleading fans and deleting posts tied to the NFT-style project after the sale concluded. According to Conor, that move left supporters confused and upset. Conor wrote, "There's just no way good guy Khabib used his late father's name, as well as Dagestan's culture, to scam his fans and fire off a bunch of digital NFTs online and then delete all the content after they were sold, leaving his fans robbed of their money. There's just no way good guy do this." He doubled down by replying to another fan accusing Khabib of dishonesty, saying, "What a shame and a stain on his father's name. Just wow. To scam fans using his father and his country's culture is just so low. Father's plan has now become father's scam. Very sad." Meanwhile, Conor contrasted Khabib's approach with Islam's emotional moment after his recent victory. Islam honored his father by placing the double world titles on his shoulders, saying, "There's not many fathers of double world champions." Truth. Conor highlighted this gesture as a real representation of respect and legacy, implying Khabib had fallen short in that regard. It didn't take long for Khabib to fire back. He responded to Conor on Twitter, writing, "You absolute liar. You will always try to darken my name after you got destroyed that night, but you will never achieve that." Khabib dismissed the accusations and insisted that his digital papahas were not scams, but meaningful cultural gifts. Khabib emphasized that good people don't scam anyone. Instead, they create exclusive digital gifts with real-time value that can be shared with friends and family. He described the digital papaha as a symbol of the traditions and culture of the Dagestan people, traditions he believes are spreading throughout the world, whether critics like it or not. He praised Telegram as the exclusive platform for these releases, calling it the greatest messaging platform in the world. To further strengthen his stance, Khabib reposted his original statement about the papaha sale, saying, "The auction has ended, and all papahas have been sold. Appreciate everyone who participated in it, and become a holder of this great and exclusive digital gift, a gift with value that you can share with your friends and loved ones. Thank you for trust only on Telegram." He made it clear that he stood by his project and appreciated those who supported it. Moving on to another news, Sean Brady has opened up about his loss at UFC 322, and even hinted at a possible move down to the lightweight division. Brady fought on the card and was stopped by Michael Morales in the first round. After the fight, he posted on Instagram saying he was healthy and doing fine. But now, a couple weeks later, he reflected more deeply on the experience during an episode of the Brady Bag Show on YouTube. He said he's doing okay and wants to return early next year, staying focused on bouncing back stronger. Brady explained the loss simply, saying he got caught with a punch. He said it's always a possibility in every fight and that it just didn't go his way this time. It sucked in the moment, but he wasn't dwelling on it. He added that he wins far more than he loses, and the only thing that really bothered him was not getting the chance to show everything he worked on during camp. Looking back, he admitted there were a million little things he wished he had done differently, but instead of letting it haunt him, it's motivating him. He said he's healthy, injury-free, already back in training, and eager to get into the octagon early in the new year to show how good he truly is. Later in the show, Brady revealed that a lot happened to him during fight week, and there were moments when he could have pulled out of the fight entirely. He didn't want to list excuses, but he hinted that multiple issues affected him leading up to the bout. Still, he emphasized that he's a fighter and didn't want to back out. He made it clear that despite those challenges, he's taking responsibility for the result. As for what comes next, Brady expressed interest in fighting Belal Muhammad again, since both men are coming off losses and have history. He feels that matchup makes sense for his return. What really sparked conversation, though, was Brady mentioning the possibility of moving down to lightweight. He said he's done testing at the Pi and is at the upper limit for muscle mass at 170, but in terms of dimensions, he's on the smaller side compared to other welterweights. Most of the top guys in the division are over 6 feet tall, and he acknowledged that he might match up better against fighters closer to his height and overall size. He admitted a cut to 155 would be extremely hard, but he's considering the idea purely from a physical standpoint, not because of skill levels. Former UFC fighter Zach Pauga reacted to Brady's comments on X, saying that going down a weight class is never the answer. Brady, however, seems undecided but open to exploring the option if it helps him maximize his potential moving forward. Moving on to another news, the New York City mayor has issued a public statement following the UFC 322 altercation involving Dylan Dennis. Out of nowhere, Eric Adams, the current mayor of New York, announced that he is launching an NYPD investigation into everything that happened that night at Madison Square Garden. The incident caught major attention, and according to the mayor, the behavior seen in the arena will not be ignored. Adams said, "These assaults at Madison Square Garden are completely unacceptable. The NYPD is already conducting a full investigation, and everyone responsible will be held accountable." His message made it clear that the city is taking the situation seriously, and that any form of violence outside the sanctioned fight itself won't be tolerated, especially in a venue as iconic and heavily monitored as MSG. After the mayor posted his statement on social media, Conor retweeted him, which immediately stirred up reactions across the MMA world. One of the loudest responses came from Ali Abdelaziz, who quickly fired back online. He mocked the situation and took a direct shot at Conor, saying, "I thought you were gangsters, but now you guys call the police. Typical fake." The comment spread fast, adding even more tension to an already messy situation. The conversation escalated as fans, fighters, and personalities across the community reacted to the city stepping in. Some felt the mayor was doing the right thing by enforcing accountability, while others argued that the incident didn't require this level of involvement. Regardless, the investigation moved forward, and the spotlight grew even brighter as social media kept pushing the story. With UFC 322 already controversial for several reasons, this added another layer to the aftermath, creating headlines that stretched far beyond the octagon.